Men of Reddit who have been raped by women, what's your story? Came home from the bar one night. My brother had a girl at the house with him and her friend, who was quite obviously a redneck drug addict, was being a third wheel. I was pretty drunk, so fuck it, I'll play wingman. I drink their booze and smoke their weed. Bro and girl disappear. Third wheel tries to come upstairs with me. No, here's a blanket and there's the couch. I go to bed and lock my door behind me. Eventually I wake up and she's on top of me and I'm not wearing pants. I say no and tell her to get off, but she keeps on. After a few minutes I'm like, let's just get this over with, I'm too drunk and just want to pass out. I let her do her thing. I told her a few times to get off of me, but she just kept on. And again in my drunken haze I was rationalized just letting her finish even though I was protesting. The whole time she was saying, you know I got that good shit. You know you like that good shit. It was appalling. I still don't know how she got into my room. 4 years later she's messaging me saying she has my kid. She's had 4 other guys tested and she needs me to test. Comes back positive. Her mother tells me she got pregnant on purpose to get out of going to rehab. I take on me parental responsibility as best I can. At this point mom and her sociopath mother have been imprinted on my son, who isn't very bright and is easy to manipulate. They blame me for all of their problems to him. By the time he's in 3rd grade he's obese, can't read, can't count, cavities in every tooth, can't ride a bike or throw a ball, and he's missing 35 days of school per year. In 5th grade they finally agree to send him to me. Not so much because they want him to go, but more because they are just too fucked up to take care of him. Through the whole transition they're telling him that I'm taking him away from them. The whole time he lives with me they're gaslighting the fuck out of me to him. They made it impossible for me to parent him. When he's in 10th grade I finally have him going in the right direction. Captain of the lacrosse team, AB student, starting on the varsity football team as a sophomore. They tell him that I raped his mother and she got pregnant and now he hates me and won't speak to me. He went to live with them. Not long after that situation fell apart and he's living with some loser uncle. Hasn't spoken to me in 18 months. He turns 18 in December and we're done. I'm blocking all of their numbers. I'm taking him off of my health insurance because he and his mom use it to score Adderall and God knows what else. I'm turning his phone off. We're done. I wish I never took the paternity test. My 13-year-old daughter bought a pink sauce bottle online without my knowledge and is in the hospital. I can't even think straight. I noticed a charge on my credit card that I had no idea how it got there, so I immediately disputed it and got my card canceled. I didn't realize what that charge was until after I took my daughter to the hospital, which she told the doctor about the said pink sauce. Doctor explained to me what that was, which was some condiment she put on food. Not approved by the FDA. And how he had to talk his 15-year-old kid out of getting it. Doctor said she should be fine, but she's not out of the woods yet. I'm glad she will be okay, but I'm seriously considering grounding her for a long time and to work off the hospital bill that she will end up getting in the mail. I'm both shocked and angry off that she would use my credit card to buy something she found on social media. I'm seriously considering canceling her phone service and confiscating her phone once she returns from the hospital. I checked the label that was adhered to the bottle with glitter. The ingredients was misspelled and the nutrition facts looked like a 5-year-old made it. WTF did my daughter just buy that could have killed her? Parents, please talk to your kids about this stuff. And check your card statements. I don't understand how anyone is allowed to sell this garbage over the internet without FDA approval. I came home after a 10-hour shift to my apartment in a mess, my baby screaming and my 8-year-old trying to feed her. The father was asleep the whole time. I'm leaving him. This is the last fucking straw. Worked a long shift. Came home and there was trash and food everywhere. My child, 8 meters, runs up to me, covered in stains and baby formula, saying sis is crying real bad, she's hungry. I'm sorry, I tried to feed her. I rush in the nursery and sure enough my daughter's diaper is full, she's screaming and crying, face red. Literally still in her crib. The room is messy with baby formula and chips. I later learned from my son that he had tried to make a bottle for her but didn't know how, so he tried to feed her potato chips to calm her down but she couldn't eat them. He'd been trying to open the door to me and my husband's bedroom. It was locked the whole time, while he was in there sleeping. I asked him if he ate and he said not really, just chips, and he tried to take all the food out of the fridge to make something to eat. After feeding and changing my 6-month-old, I literally almost tear the bedroom door down trying to get him to open it, and he opens the door all groggy and says, "What do you want?" Clearly annoyed. I tear him a new one and scream at him that our children haven't eaten all day cause his lazy ass couldn't wake up and care for them. He just stares at me dumbfounded and is like, "Oh my bad, I thought they ate before you went to work." I'm crying at this point. He stayed up all night playing video games and promised he'd wake up and stay up for the kids. I should have known better. I told him I wasn't gonna get our kids taken away cause of him and that we were over. I'm shaking. Literally have never been so mad in my life. And all he can say is sorry. I don't know where I'm going but I have to leave. I hugged my son, told him he did his best and I was proud of him for taking care of his sister. So sad he even had to do that.